Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another Historic Brawl gameplay video, and today we are playing Katara Waterbending Master, and this deck is absolutely brutal. The amount of people who just scoop as soon as you go into the game and they see who they're playing against, because it is horrible. So who is Katara? A 2-mana 1/3. It's not the best stats, but it says whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. Then whenever Katara attacks, you may draw a card for each experience counter you have. If you do, discard a card. So experience counters, rarely used in Magic, and in fact, there are a cycle from the Avatar extra ones, one in each colour, and they're the only experience counters we have on Magic, on Arena, I think, or at least the only one available in blue. And the counters go on you, not the creature. So if you get 2 counters and they remove Katara and you replay it, you still have 2 counters. You don't have to start from scratch. And so that's incredibly powerful. So it makes it very hard to remove. And because you get experience counters by casting a spell during an opponent's turn, this deck just turns into counter spells. I'm not going to go through them all, but these are all our counter or spells or things that can counter things, whether they are counter spells or counter abilities. We do have some things counter abilities. Every basic counter spell you can play, we have most of them. It's just a shame mana drain's been banned. So, you get down Katara and just wait for your opponent to do stuff and counter it. We do have other things that do it instant speed as well. So we have some interaction with like Fade and Hope, Unsummon, Cyclonic Rift. So Fade and Hope and Unsummon can bounce your own creatures, so can bounce Katara if you really need to. But obviously you can bounce opposing creatures. Cyclonic Rift obviously bounce your opponent's entire hand. And then Eaten by Piranhas and Utter Insignificance. They have flash, so we can play them on opponent's turn. They turn a creature into a 1/1 and lose all abilities. So great on opponent's commander. Great to get a blocker out of the way, because obviously being a 1/3 Katara isn't the best attacker. Next up, we have some protection. Shore Up, Cradle of Safety, Fayfly, and Plume Creed Escort. They all do the same thing of give in Katara hexproof at instant speed. Fayflight also gives her flying, which is really good as a way to get over the top. We also do have Wonder, an incarnation that if it's in your graveyard and we control an island, creatures we try flying, because obviously Katara, we've got to discard a card when we draw, we can discard Wonder from our hand and she immediately has flying. Other instant spells, Brainstorm, Consider, Opt, Impulse, and then just some other flash creatures. Fairy Mastermind, Fairy Vandal, Flood Pitch Drowner, Malcolm, Snapcaster Mage, great to get our counter spells back. Brazen Borer also has an instant as an adventurer, and then Wan Shi Tong Librarian, and then just some other stuff. Mox Amber and Sapphire Medallion for ramp, along with Bender's Waterskin. Bender's Waterskin's good because it untaps each other player's untap step, so we're always going to have a blue mana up. Brawl to reduce the cost of our instant and sorceries, and we can draw and discard when we counter a spell. Wizards class, we only really interested in the first level because it gives us no maximum hand size. One of the issues with Katara is you end up drawing 7 cards and you have to discard a lot of them. Thassa's Oracle, because we might end up milling ourselves. It's unlikely, but we put it in there just in case we get right to the bottom of our library as an alternate win condition. Lightning Greaves to give Katara haste and shroud, and Flagrant Wonder, and then Cage Sun, because we are mono blue. Play this on blue, buff our board, double up our mana essentially. Mana base 31 islands, a Mystic Sanctuary, and then the fetch lands to fetch a Mystic Sanctuary if we're ready to get an instant sorcery back from our graveyard. Gemstone Caverns is a great way to ramp, and there are games where you'll have a Gemstone Cavern and 3 islands. You just exile an extra island for ramp, and then a Reliquary Tower to give us no maximum hand size. You might think it odd that we don't have a huge amount of draw spells, but we don't need them with Katara. Katara is going to be drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, however many. It makes sense, depending on the matchup, to wait until, say, turn 3 or 4 to play Katara, so you have a 1-mana counter spell, or a Shore Up, or even just an instant speed spell to get that immediate value. But obviously you can play on 2 and hope for the best, because once you're playing 1, 2, or 3 spells in your opponent's turn, it just gets out of control. And this deck obviously can go long, but it rarely does, because your opponents just scoop when you counter everything, or bounce something and then counter it when they try and play it again. So really, really powerful. Just mean and horrible. I said the amount of people who just scoop really quickly is insane. So hope you enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'll give a shout out to my patrons, Arcadius, Michal, Thomas, and Adrian. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you everyone else for your support, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. We are up against the mighty VV. But we do have a gemstone caverns in our opening hand. And we'll just exile an island. We won't play out Katara. I reckon they have a wash away. Oh, they don't. Well, at least we can definitely get a counter. Yeah, there's VV. Don't think we need that for now. But we find one anyway. And another one. We do draw and then discard one. We'll discard another island. And this is where they probably get to go off. Yep. What do they put on top? An offer you can't... That's what they search for. Or we can impulse as well. Oh, I think we definitely keep in Tishana's Sidebinder. Well, we will do this now so they can't jump. Well, not jump. That would... let's get a Mystical Sanctuary. And we'll get back a Rewind. Let's see. Because obviously we want to counter the VV trigger. And now VV doesn't have any abilities. Well, that's pretty junky. And obviously we will pitch the Wonder. We won't play out the Cage Sun. Let's counter you. Let's counter you. That way I still get treasures. So you're countering the rewind. Yeah, let's counter you then. Bit of a counter war. Yeah, obviously we auto pay. Let's swing in. We draw shoe. Probably shouldn't have played land in case we hit Reliquary Tower. Because we are going to have to discard. Which is not the end of the world. What do they have? We're fine with that. We are down to 9. Let's do the water skin and an island. Well, let us Cage Sun on a blue. Still no Reliquary Tower. I could steal the wizard. We'll foretell. Right. We're going to discard 7 cards. An island. I think the water skin. An island. Spell Swindle, since we can't cast that. It'll Quencher. And, wow, even more things. And let's go Lightning Greaves. Oh no, don't have to do Lightning Greaves. Uh, we are down to 3. Oh, Leah causing spells not to be countered. Oh, that's annoying. Do they have enough in their graveyard? Doesn't look like it. And we got there in the end. Our opponent goes first. Got an okay hand. Probably going to see a lot of removal. And strict serenade. Can't count instant and sorcerers. Oh, there goes a portal. Silent Hall Creeper is very powerful. I think I've got to get it down. Don't remove it. I mean, that would get us a experience counter. But now we are quite far behind. Great. If they cast a beaker, we will Snapcaster back, Stick Serenade. Actually, it will just flare. We'll play the long game. Let's bounce their bird. We will get rid of that. Let's foretell you. We will Strict Serenade. Get rid of Zidane, aka Ragavan. We'll swing in. They won't block. Not on our opponent's turn, though. Well, we can do everything at instant speed. Right. What was that? I'm going to steal your ivory tower. We'll flash you in. You can block you. Well, let's attack in. Counter target spell, and we'll bounce that. Oh, pitch. This is a tight game. There is Obika. Ooh, you do have a spell pierce. We will get a Mystic Sanctuary. And Crystal Tower. We'll discard an island. They know we have Cryptic Command in hand. Counter target spell, and we'll bounce a beaker. Let me know what that is. And we'll play out a Fairy Vandal now. We'll discard a land. They can block. But we have quite a few counter spells. We'll kill your Silent Hawk Reaper. We'll just counter that as well because we can. And again, because we can. There we are. We go first. Pretty good hand. Up against a mono black Vincent Valentine deck. So there's going to be tons of removal. Oh. That means we can't counter Vincent. I'm not too fussed about the Cold Steel Heart. Yeah, we'll keep that for now. Let's pitch an island. We'll get down a Bender's Water Skin. They're not going to search their library a huge amount. We will counter that. We'll pitch the Essence Scatter. Let's swing in. We'll discard a Spell Pierce. And we'll hold up disallow and snapcaster mage. Is that land? Because I imagine they play Vincent. We might still be able to counter a triggered ability from it. We will counter you. Well, that's a lot of lands. We can hold up Cyclonic Rift. Actually, probably could have played that Cade Sun. We would have had 3 mana afterwards. Let's tap down Vincent. And we can still snapcast the mage and get a counter spell back. Disallow. Yep. Thought they might scoop at that point. We go first. Mono blue versus mono blue. We'll draw a disruption turn 1. I think we can afford to get Katara down on turn 1. They either have a wash away, which won't matter. As in, it won't matter if we wait a turn. We won't pact of negation that. We'll lose. Also, they could have a bounce spell. Well, they are taking their time. Oh, they have their sapphire medallion. Well, we may as well get in for one. Go away, midnight clock. Go away, brainstorm. Oh, let's swing in. We'll discard land. Now, we can't counter Wanching Tong. But we do get to draw a couple more here. Let's eat their Cavalier of Gales. Let's swing in, draw 4. We'll pitch an island because we have 100 of them. What do they do? Yeah, we'll get rid of you. Can we find something that gets rid of our maximum hand size? No, we can't. What have we got in there? Eaten by piranhas might be nice. So let's fetch a Mystic Island. Mystic Sanctuary even. Oh, it's instant sorcery. We'll get a Phantom Interference. We'll play out you. And we will discard 2 islands. There's our next those. There is a Wan Shi Tong. They might have a counter spell. They don't. We'll counter you and all. Now, Kuja is a tough customer. I think we've got Mulligan this one. Well, it is better than nothing. Let's chuck away a wizard class. Might flash out Malcolm now. Well, now we have a couple of things to protect Katara with. Let's pitch an island. Come on. Do something. Do something with non-creature spells, please. We do need the land. I'll put back a Sublime Epiphany. I think Force and Negation. Don't play Kuja? Play something else. You need some instant sorcerers. Like that one. Let's tap down the gutter snipe. Do you discard? You do. Well, that's an easy call. Let's chuck away the swan song. And then I am going to shuffle the gut and snipe in because it's really annoying. Counter you. Oh, I didn't discard. That's not a massive issue. Hello. We draw 4. We will discard a. Ooh. I want to put that onto Kuja. Also, I didn't get draw a land. Well, let's chuck away the Floodbitch Drowner. And we will put you. Oh no! Wrong button! Wow, that was. That was stupid. Whoops. Let's bounce you. Hexproof. Do you discard your last card in hand? Oh, there's a wash away. That's good. We will discard you. Now we cast. So there's nothing going in the hand. We actually want to cast now. So yeah, we'll just pitch another island. Yeah, can't do that. Any... Nope, no instant sorcerers in our graveyard. Want to get back? Oh, we need to discard 3 cards. Polluted Delta. Dry Disruption. And let's do... Flare of Denial. Are you ever going to play out Kuja? Well, you knew that wasn't going to happen. We'll discard an island. Come on, one of our reliquary tower. There we go. Go away, you. Well, our opponent's fighting a good fight. Oh no, that puts a blocker in the way. Yes, our opponent finally scoops.